Okay, I'm gonna adjust this. Let's get Matt on here, guys. Yeah. Okay. Let's get Matt on here. One sec. Thank you. Big ol' shout out to Meta as a company for making it so easy for everyone to go live on Insta. Okay, I think you might need to request to join, but yeah. Hold up one sec. I'm having issues here. Oh, okay. See, this is why I fucking hate. This is why I hate Meta. Come on, dude. Come on. Okay, one sec. All right, I'm inviting you. All right. There we go. Jesus.
All right. Oh, wait. Let me switch. Hey, let me switch the camera.
Sure.
As you see, keys and the.
Fuck me. Hold on.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay, this is what happens.
Dude, these headphones rock. Thank you very much.
Yay! You're welcome. I'm so glad to hear that.
I definitely tested them with a little bit of music first.
Yes. Awesome.
So yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, this case.
Yes. Oh my God.
This has been. It is a civil case, and you point that out really early on in the notes.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So can you tell people with your criminal justice background, like what's the difference for people who are unaware?
So a criminal case is exactly what it is. You've committed a crime, whether it be something as major as murder down to something as minor as, say, simple assault. Not saying that's minor, but that's in a criminal case. I didn't go as far down as traffic court because that handles even DUIs.
Oh,
so yes.
A civil
that's a different level. There are multiple levels in the American court system, which is what makes our judicial system the wonderful fucked up ball of confusion that it normally is.
Exactly.
And then on the other side you have civil trials, which deals mainly with when people sue each other. So defamation of character, which we're covering today, you can't really, you could probably get criminal charges out of this, but because there's no real definitive evidence.
Right.
We do have oh God, Courtney made me laugh so hard with this. She showed me a TikTok of Amber Heard prepping for court, and it was just the scene of Liar Liar where Jim Carrey's beating the shit out of himself in the bathroom. Oh man, the TikToks are great. Since there really was no arrest made in this case, defamation is someone said something shitty about you that's costing you a whole bunch of money because you can't get work for one reason or another.
Right. And if it were, so if it's, correct me if I'm wrong, so if it is defamation, that means it's been said. If it's libel, it's been written. Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Yeah.
That would be more of the legal circuit court side.
Gotcha.
Because both, yeah.
Gotcha.
I went to school for the criminal aspect.
Gotcha.
We covered a little bit of the civil stuff in a couple of the law classes, which were definitely not my highest grades. Civil law can put you to sleep a lot quicker than a shot of NyQuil.
Yeah, I will keep that in mind. I have insomnia. I can just watch some civil cases or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, so this one has not been that at all. This one's been a big circus, to be blunt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And when Johnny was on the stand,
yeah.
if you're a person who enjoys your alcohol, take a shot every time the Amber Heard's lawyer objects, and
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
uh,
And to
uh,
his own questions, which is great. It's like,
uh, and Johnny's throwing him shade the whole time too, which makes it even funnier.
yes,
Like
it was great.
nothing about this case is really funny, even though we're definitely making fun of it.
Yes.
But oh yeah, I'm gonna see if I can prop that up better.
Oh, God, my neck.
There we
Excuse
go.
me, cracking my neck, guys. Yeah, this is it's true. Like, it's one of those things where if you don't laugh, I mean, you're gonna go insane. And like, just speaking for myself, I'm a survivor of SA, so and abuse, and it's like, and I get it. I mean, it's if you don't fucking laugh about it, you will go insane. You've got to laugh about
Yeah.
these things sometimes, but also like maybe learn a lesson and figure out how to not entangle yourself with people like this. Not that it's ever on the victim being
No,
victimized.
no. Um, yeah, I've been through my, the mental abuse,
Yes,
and
right.
some of this I can see and relate to. Some of it,
Same.
she never pooped on my bed. I can say that
Well,
much.
there you
So
go. Same. Yeah, we're lucky in that case.
yeah, we've avoided pink eye. Like we've avoided pink eye with intent. I think you can actually go to criminal court
Oh,
for
that's
that.
right. Yes, you can. Oh my God. Yeah, yes, and we all have feelings and thoughts about the Dookie. So, like, stay if you want to hear about the Dookie or weigh in about the Dookie, stay tuned. Let us know what you think in the comments because there's a lot going on there, and like, there's
Yeah,
way more Dookie stuff than I've ever wanted to fucking think about. So, thank you, Amber. Thank you.
which I said something earlier because I was watching some of the court TV footage after I got home from work,
Right, me
and
too.
Courtney just got home, and today is Amber's second day on
Yes,
the
correct.
stand.
Yep.
Um, she's and Courtney said she heard people saying this too. She's definitely pulling the Casey Anthony,
Oh, oh yes, yes,
and
yes.
Amber Heard. If you've seen any of her movies, she never. Let's just say, like she's good,
Yeah, she's
but
fine. She's
let's
fine.
just say she gets a lot of her roles because she is hot. She's the hot blonde girl. Like
I mean, she's pretty. Like, but okay, so different, slightly different opinions. I think she's pretty. There's something sexy about her.
yes,
And I
I'm
feel
going with the
like if she
I'm going with
fucking,
the
yeah, sorry,
yeah,
go
I'm
ahead.
going with the guy technique here. The first movie I saw her in was The Stepfather, and half that movie she's in a bikini.
Oh, that's right. Dude, I'm bisexual. I can't.
Yeah,
No, I'm with you. I get it.
yeah. I mean, she was in that Costner movie, and she basically played the honeypot.
That's
Like
true. You're
this
right.
is someone who's when she
Super.
is on a screen, she is dialed to the nines,
Yeah.
and here she is dialed
Oh,
all the way down,
playing it
pulling
very,
the
very
I'm an
well.
innocent. Look at me, I'm innocent.
Yep. And I have noticed, interestingly enough, and certainly can't speak to what she's been doing before or after her time in court, but I noticed the like puffy eyes and the red, and it's like, but I'm not seeing any actual crying. So what's going on there? Is this makeup just like the bruise? Like what's happening right now?
She learned this technique from the movie she was in with the great and wonderful Nicolas Cage,
Oh
Drive
my
Angry.
God, yes, I did watch that one because you recommended it, and it was
Oh,
fucking
it's a wonderful token joke movie. It
yes.
is and the accountant makes the entire movie.
Yes, the
Um,
accountant
I
makes the entire movie. I
it's
love
not
him.
it's not Gary Cole. Oh God. But either way, papaya.
Oh, yes, yes, you're right. So okay,
Uh,
so
I'm
yeah,
sorry. William Fickner.
thank you.
William Fickner. Courtney coming in with.
Courtney's coming in clutch. Thank you. Yes, and yeah, if you guys haven't seen Drive Angry, don't watch it unless you pirated it. I didn't say that, but
It's it. It was tax season and Nicolas Cage is bankrupt. God bless that man.
hey,
I
I love Nicolas Cage. I don't
I
want
love.
Amber Heard seeing a dime to be just,
No, no, no. We should be thankful that Nicolas Cage made it out of that movie
yeah,
alive.
real for real, yeah, because like that's kind of her demographic. It seems like so. So Johnny Depp previously sued the Daily Mail. Like we just wanted to like explain a little bit about what's going on for those of you who aren't aware. Previously sued the Daily Mail for defamation for defamation, and then he lost that case. That was in England. Sadly, though, like I've been looking into it, and the Daily Mail has actually settled almost every case that they've had against them. It's just this particular one because I don't maybe how it was worded or something.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it,
That's that's too bad, man. Like
but was that before or after a lot of the more salacious details of what
after.
some of the things that Amber did?
It
Because I
got
do,
gotcha. Okay. It
yeah,
might
because
be
I do,
slightly before.
yeah, and I even remember when this came out that Amber Heard was abused by Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp
Yeah.
was and everyone,
Yeah.
we all turned on
We were
Johnny.
like, whoa, yeah. That I
We
was like,
were we were blown away and angry all at the same,
yes, absolutely.
So I'd like to publicly apologize to Johnny for I'm sorry, man. Like you're one of my favorites. And
Me too. Me too. We fucked up. But at the same time, I think you want to believe the victim, but you also want to save space for the fact that like there's going to be another side to the story, and like
right,
he is the victim in this case. Like he just is. He just is. And yeah, we fucked up, man. We all of us did. Because look, this is even before Me Too. That's what people forget. It's like this wasn't during Me Too. This is before. She,
this was this was like the catalyst that started Me Too. Like once
yes,
Johnny Depp fell
yes.
and
Like, wow.
it make I mean it has done the Me Too movement has done a lot of good
Yeah,
in exposing
absolutely.
this.
Yeah, like Harvey
There
Weinstein, and it's like, God, yeah, but
but some of the
man,
people that have been called out, they've been found innocent,
which is
I
good. Like, I'm so thankful that they actually came fucking
yeah,
forward, which they didn't have to. They could have been like, okay, I guess we see things differently. I guess my career is over. But, here's Johnny Depp like fighting for his life. And like, hell yeah,
yeah,
dude. We support you.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's it was sad to see like this because we're bouncing around. If you're
Hmm.
watching this live stream, you clearly listen to the podcast, so this is
Yeah,
just
you know us.
yeah.
You
But
know what this is about. You know what you're
it's
listening
sad
to.
to see that their legal way to interrogate or their strategy was we're just gonna shut Johnny Depp up.
I know. And he's the victim. That's pretty fucking gross, man. It's
Yeah,
yeah, and like you said, like not only are they, I suppose you would still say that Amber Heard is allegedly trying to shut him up, but they did it not just personally, not just in regard to this case, but like with his whole fucking career. They took his career. She took
they
his
did,
entire career. Like it's
and
that's
this is
assassination.
we also have to look at it is the whole idea of the haves and have-nots. But Johnny Depp has been one of the most successful actors,
Literally,
and
yes.
up and like he really he's said some dumb things. We all
Right,
have, but
right.
there was no real big scandal. So to see Johnny Depp fall, someone that everybody loved,
Yes. It's like,
yeah, that
damn.
you didn't you took away his career and you have taken away that public image that a lot of us grew up with.
Yes. And it's attacking and not to the same extent, but in a way it's attacking everyone who grew up with him and everyone who looks up to him. It's like, fucking this guy has helped out like kids with cancer and child cancer wards and shit, and you're attacking them too. So is this really what you want to do with your life, ma'am?
Yeah,
Like,
I remember a story right when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, and some girl in an elementary school wrote him, and
yes,
he showed up
in
as
full makeup. Yes.
as yeah as Captain Jack to make this girl's day. And you're
I
gonna
love it.
oh he's been an abusive person.
Like,
The only
where?
yeah
Mm.
he did a body cavity search looking for his coke. Johnny Depp never even denied using cocaine. Like they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's accusing you of doing this and cocaine and all this, and he's just like, yeah, like if this
Yeah.
is someone who is lying about this, what? And we see it a lot, but that's
Why wouldn't you
you're
go whole hog and be like, I've never seen cocaine. I don't know. Yeah.
right.
Like,
He's
what?
essentially self-incriminating himself, in court under, there's still the do you swear to tell the truth?
Yes.
In front of judges, he is still standing up and saying, yeah, I do coke.
Yes. And I think that's like really admirable. And also, like I know the one like to that point, he did not deny that he did cocaine. He simply denied, do I keep it in a wooden box where it would like be flying all over the place and like blowing in the wind and like no, I don't. Do I keep it in something that's monogrammed? No, I do
Yeah,
not.
come on. Johnny Depp starred in Blow, a movie about smuggling cocaine. I think he picked up a couple techniques of how to keep the cocaine hidden.
There it is. Yes. Yeah, that is that's a lot to ask someone to believe. Oh, and for anybody who's wondering, like, why isn't this happening in California? I was watching Bose, I believe her name. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm not going to misquote this, but Bose versus the World, I think is her name, Boze on YouTube. She's fabulous. She does such an amazing job of covering this, and she had said that this is taking place in Fairfax, Virginia, rather than California, rather than LA, because that's where the Washington Post printing press is. And apparently, that's where the op-ed that Amber Heard wrote, allegedly that was about Johnny Depp, was. It was in the Washington Post. So he wants it in Fairfax, Virginia for that reason, which I had not known until I watched this on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I had no idea, and
No.
the little bit I have kept up on this, like this all spurred from once again the wonderful Courtney sending me a TikTok
Oh,
of Amber Heard speaking about a role about how she can relate to
right.
being one character but being something completely different inside, and it cuts again to Liar Liar with Jim Carrey yelling, "The truth
Oh,
shall set you free." And I sent it to them, and this bloomed out of it. But
I love it.
it's
I
in
love
the
it.
state I live. It's in the state I live in. It's 3 hours away.
Yeah.
I could drive up
Dude.
there,
Yeah,
work,
you could. I
work.
know.
Unfortunately, we don't do this professionally yet.
Yes,
Um,
guys, I mean, like perfect way to say subscribe to First Question Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And if you would like to support us and you have the means and the motivation, we're on Patreon. Dominique Does Life and First Question Podcast. I think you have to search both names to find us on Patreon. We'll try to remember to put the link in the download part later.
it's
Sorry.
full-time jobs,
Yes.
but we always do this. But I had no idea.
No, me
Um,
neither.
so that is a very interesting fact that um, he's going after where the defamation happened, where it spurred from,
Yes,
the actual
literally.
printing press.
Yes. And they chose to publish this. Like I know that they probably WAPO probably has like a ton of lawyers and they do things like opinion pieces all the time and they put it under op-ed for a reason. But like they chose to publish this. I think that doesn't speak too highly of them, just my opinion personally.
No, no, and it's
Unsubstantiated. It's like so like he
yeah,
said, she said.
it's going to be. I really want to see how how they award this,
Yes, me
because
too.
as you put in the notes, this is a sue countersue. Johnny's Depp sued her for 50 million, right?
Yes.
And then Amber Heard immediately sued him back for double that, 100 million.
And if you were just genuinely like, hey, I'm the victim here, I just don't want my name dragged through the mud, would you do that? I, I wouldn't. I mean, I can't speak for everyone ever, but I don't know, would you? Like, I wouldn't.
No, no, it seems very tit for tat. We spoke about when we did our Tinder swindler episode. It seems like a very narcissistic move,
Oh, yes. Yes.
and I lost my train of thought.
No, it is. And also, would. would you say that? Okay, I, I know that Johnny Depp sued for that amount of money because that's what he'll lose in his career.
Right.
She is nowhere near as famous or talented or well respected as him, and she thinks she's worth $100 million in the rest of her career. What? Nada?
So yeah, when
Uh,
yeah,
I
she
mean,
okay, thank you. That helped me back on my point. The couple videos that we I watched, they were talking about Amber's how she was presenting things and how she was changing tenses and whatnot.
yes,
And the
yes.
only general honest thing that she said and that showed honesty, because her face showed disgust, is when she said Johnny was telling her about the roles and how any other dirty slut could get the
Mm-hmm.
role.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's
that
right.
sense of disgust definitely showed, like, yeah, that's a very disgusting thing to say, but that also seems like something you would say in a fight.
Yes, absolutely. And if
And
you're like we know, if you're being abused, it doesn't bring out your best side. You have a trauma bond. It's called a trauma bond because you're being traumatized by somebody who's purposely abusing you, and they are trying for that reaction. They're pushing every button they know you have. And thank you for the follow, by the way. We appreciate you, and thank you for watching.
thank you.
Yeah.
Um, but one could also think, is that disgust all because Johnny Depp is this icon, this celebrity who's had blockbuster on blockbuster. We
Right.
spoke about it earlier. We remember him as Captain Jack, Edward Scissorhands, all these.
Oh
When I say
God,
Amber,
yes.
when I say Amber Heard, I think of
Poo poo.
Drive Angry. Yeah, the
Exactly.
action. Yeah, the action
Yeah.
blockbuster.
Magic
Hey, we
Mike.
yeah, we need a blonde, attractive female to play this role. Who do we get? Well, Scarlett Johansson is locked up with the Avengers. She's out. Okay,
That's too much.
Is Jessica Alba available? No, no.
Nope.
Okay. Let's think. Let's think. No, Emma Stone won't dye her hair anymore. Wait,
Right.
how much is our budget?
Yeah, right.
Oh, oh, C list. Got it. Oh, Amber Heard's available. Yeah, you can
Exactly.
sue me for defamation too. I watch your movies. I can have my own opinion.
Yep, exactly. Yes. And I think we all, at least here, share that opinion. Yeah, agree. So and that's just one among many reasons that I'm like, really, man, you think that your career would have grossed you $100 million?
No, no.
Like, I, all right.
You are a more successful Bond girl.
Yeah, true.
You
True.
know,
It's
unless unless you were the only thing I could think that would make $100 million is if DC pulled its head out of its ass and actually made
oh
a good compilation movie. Like that
yes.
Justice League was horrible,
Oh, it
but
was
you could
horrible. Ugh. In the
if you
director's
did
cut.
yeah. But if they were going with a Marvel buildup, and I am a DC guy, I
Yeah.
am a DC, but Marvel makes
Yeah,
a way
you are
better movie.
Batman. Mm-hmm.
If if that was happening and she was going to be a part of that, I could see the $100 million. But
Oh, sure.
she was only signed on for Aquaman 2.
Yes, that's true. And it's not like she's like you said, she didn't blow up like some of the actors in Marvel. Like it was just kind of, well, that was the thing that this person was in. Next, like who cares? Um, I I haven't watched Aquaman, and at this point, I'm definitely not gonna plan on it. Sorry, Jason Momoa. Not that he
It's
cares about my
it's
work.
enjoyable for Jason Momoa. Like
Yeah,
Amber Heard's in there
absolutely.
all of a couple scenes. Nicole
Yeah,
Kidman's badass. Willem
of
Dafoe's
course.
badass.
I
Another
love him.
yeah, the
Love him.
cast is great. Like don't let Amber Heard poop on the movie like she did Johnny Depp's bed.
True.
Like enjoy the movie for Momoa, uh,
Yeah.
Dafoe. Like I said, Patrick Wilson plays the bad guy,
Oh,
and he
I
does.
love him. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Good.
Patrick Wilson does a really good job with. very underrated actor.
Yes, and he was even really good in the Watchmen movie, which I know a lot of people are divided on like the Zack Snyder stuff. I get it, but like I thought he was really good. Like he's a good
Yeah,
actor. Like he's
but
good.
as much as I enjoyed Aquaman, I don't see that grossing $100 million. I
No,
don't see that. I, I
no,
I don't see even.
yeah,
She wasn't even in the Justice League movie.
right. It,
Like we just met Aquaman, and we were more guys and girls were all flabbergasted at the glorious god that is Jason Momoa.
oh yeah, he's awesome. I haven't
Oh,
seen it, but he is awesome as an actor. I know that.
he just
I,
seems like a wonderful person.
he
Like I
does.
would,
He does.
can I just walk in the woods with you and you tell me life stuff? Like,
Dude, yes. Sign me up too. I will just, I'll
yes,
carry your water. I will hold your vapes, whatever. I'm there.
yeah, I'm so down. Like,
I love
absolutely.
it.
But
And, but yeah, she's not, there's no way. I mean, unless she had some kind of heretofore like unforeseen like big break in the future. And let's be honest, she's 36. Like she's not. That's unless she's Samuel L. Jackson or Morgan Freeman. I don't know that that's gonna happen.
well,
But
she's not black, have an
yeah,
iconic voice, or can
yes.
use motherfucker extremely well in every sentence whatsoever. I don't see any of that.
I mean,
It
no, you're right. Like enough of these. I've had enough of these
Oh, and she's
motherfucker
also not a
movies.
dude,
She's
much
not
like
a fucking
Samuel.
kid.
Yeah,
Yes, she's not a dude. She's like, so how? That's my question. And it's just how is she worth $100 million? I don't get it. It is just a tit for tat. I think you're right. And so the case is probably almost over. Like they think that Depp's lawyers are gonna probably rest their case on Tuesday.
because they
Um,
got nothing.
well, and Depp's lawyers have put everything out. Like they have opened every fucking box of bees and can of worms that they can find. Like it's all out there, man. Like she's fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah, she should be, in my opinion, based on what I know. Um, but she did, like you said, testify today, second day in a row. I did watch the whole thing yesterday while I was walking Toby, and it was like you said, there were points where I'm like, okay, I think she was being honest here, but in general, it's like little bits of truth peppered into a giant lie. Yeah.
what's to say that's not the whole thing here? She wrote the article feeling abused, feeling
Right.
like because she probably thought they met on. I remember wanting to see the movie, The Rum Diaries, because it was
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's next
Hunter S.
Hunter S.
Thompson.
And Fear and
Yeah.
Loathing in Las Vegas
Oh,
is
that was so
iconic.
good.
Yeah,
So good.
absolutely. Oh, I love it. But so those things that she said, I would believe.
Right.
What's to
Same.
say someone didn't have a bad day, or maybe there were issues, and she writes this article now, seeing that this marriage is over, and even if my if my career tanks, I'm still Mrs. Johnny Depp. Like I still
Hmm.
have it in that way. Hey, I'm gonna write that. What's to say what he has said, he had enough, and he's like, no, I'm done. I'm divorcing you. I'm,
Oh, true.
you're not getting anything. Like, you're done. And you know what? You're done in Hollywood too. Like, you're done.
Right.
I'm at my wit's end. And once again, it's fucking Johnny Depp. He's got
Yes.
connections.
Yes.
Cool. You're done. Oh, he's threatened me with this. He's done now.
True.
And
Like,
now it has
oh.
snowballed because she was not thinking he was going to be like, oh, this bitch. Like she actually went through with it.
Well, because
So
she knows he's not an abusive person.
exactly, exactly. And now that we're at this big public trial
Yeah.
where, and once again, I'm not sure, so don't quote me on it. Before more of the salacious, what Amber Heard did, what she did, the details came out. Did the London case happen beforehand or before any of it was verified?
Yes, I think it did, actually. I think you're right about that.
So
Yeah.
now that all these other details came out and now they're back in the States where it's going to be blown the fuck up.
Yes.
She
Very.
probably, and you put in the notes and we keep jumping around, but you said she has been diagnosed with a
Yep.
couple disorders.
Two cluster B personality disorders, and for those of you who like haven't listened to First Question podcast before, the cluster B personality disorders, A, most importantly, firstly, not a mental illness, not a mental illness. B, it's an actual disorder of your personality, and the cluster B, um, the category of diagnoses is literally the most toxic, the most abusive possible category of disorders anybody could have. And to have one, let alone two, and oftentimes in women, not diagnosing, just my personal background and my personal opinion, oftentimes in women, when the woman is really a narcissist or really a psychopath, they will be diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, which was one of her diagnoses, because they're playing a role. So go draw your own conclusions, do your own research, etc. Not diagnosing, but
All this is just stipulation and idea. This is not actual fact. This is not
no, not at
slant.
all.
This is not
Not at
slander, you
all.
bitch. This
Nope.
is not it. No, this
It's
is
my,
just our. This is my
yeah,
opinion, and we're in the
right.
social media age.
Right. And like honestly, if someone wanted to be like, "Oh, why is that your opinion?" I would bust out the DSM-5 and be like, here's why it's my opinion. She appears to meet at least 5 of the 9 major diagnostic criteria for APD or narcissism. Again, in my opinion, I can't do anything with that except say that's what I believe in my own mind. And I think if you guys look at the DSM-5 and look at cluster B personality disorders, you can draw your own conclusions, even if you do not have a psychology degree. Um,
Now,
yeah,
and
sorry, go
then
ahead.
think of every abusive relationship you have been in. Think of
Correct.
every time someone has gone tit for tat.
Yes.
Now add hundreds of millions of dollars and
And
fame.
yes, the world watching, fame.
And on top of that, what's to say, purely speculation, she wasn't doing some cocaine too and just
Oh, yeah.
went through withdrawal or we have all had those moments where
Yes.
we have been
Yes.
so angry we've done something.
Right. Because that's what the abuser pushes you to do that. They want you to do that because they don't want to be the only asshole in the room. Like it's just it's a whole thing that cluster B people do. Like they don't want they want to push your buttons and make you snap off so that their behavior doesn't look as disgusting by comparison. And that's what she
Exactly.
did. Like, thank you. Like I think that is what she did. And oh, and another thing I had wanted to say, pause for Advil. Since we're live, sorry.
Once again, you can get the edited versions on our recordings.
Hmm. Wherever you get podcasts, First Question Podcast. You won't hear water bottles rattling or our dogs goofing off or anything.
Oh,
Um,
I could have had the hockey game playing in the background the whole time.
there you go.
It's
Yeah.
playoffs. It's playoffs. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, that's
Responsibilities,
right. Yes.
playoffs.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Oh, and Courtney's going through her first playoffs because her team is in it.
I love
Yeah,
it. Oh yeah, you said that.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
She gets to go through the wonderful, horrible range of emotions of hockey fandom.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited and also so worried at the same time.
And proud. I know you're proud, and I'm proud
Oh,
too, to be
oh,
honest.
oh, yeah, yeah. My head's a little higher on that one. Let's be
I
real.
like that. That is so that is so cool. Um,
Um,
so one of the things that like abusers do, like leaving out any diagnoses or anything like that, is that they form a special kind of bond with their victim, and they do it on purpose, but they also can't help doing it. So even if it wasn't their intention, they'd still fall into doing it because they replay these kind of scripts They don't act or react like you or I or like anyone with empathy. They just go over these scripts again and again and again and again with different people. I think it sounds like a terrible way to live, and I'm going to say no fucking thank you to that. But it's called trauma bonding, and you are bonding with someone who has physically, emotionally, sexually, maybe all of the above, harmed you. And because guess what? Not only are they the person harming you, they're the person like wiping your tears away and apologizing. And they're the only person who is there for it. They're, in your mind, the only person who understands. That can do a number on anyone. And if you're going through something like that, please talk to a professional. I'll leave the free crisis line number here at some point. You can text home or connect to, I believe it's 741-741. It's free, it's anonymous. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs to talk to someone. And this is not a healthy bond. I would say that's one possible explanation. Cluster B, abuser, trauma bonding with Johnny Depp, causing him to say things and do things that are otherwise, like you said, out of character for him because of the abuse. And that's just so awful. I feel for him. Ugh.
I mean, and we could also be completely wrong, but
Yes, we could. Absolutely.
and if that's the case, then for acting so bad and lying so bad, you are actually that good.
Hmm.
Amber Heard deserves the damn Oscar
Yes.
and maybe gets her 100 million. But
Yeah, sure. Fair is
people
fair. Yeah.
people a lot smarter than us and who have degrees and years of experience in the fields that we are
Well,
touching on.
I,
We
I
are,
mean, the doctor that diagnosed her too. Yeah.
yes,
So, yeah.
smarter than us and years of
Yes.
field in the, yes.
Well, I'm in the psychology field, but I'm not a clinician, and I don't work with Amber Heard. So thank you for saying that. You're right. I
Yeah.
no, I can't diagnose
The,
her. I'm not trying to.
yeah, but the people who can and the
Yes,
people who
who
do
have.
this is their career are pointing these things
Yes, they
out.
are. Yes, they are. And yes, and when they discuss these things, it's like everything that I saw, just as someone with a psychology degree and like a coach and lifestyle consultant, because I work with people who have been through abuse, like women, people of color, that sort of thing, LGBTQ plus people. I saw the signs and I was like, oh, she's cluster B. Like I'm positive just in my own mind. I'm like, this woman is cluster B. And then comes the doctor going, she's fucking cluster B. I'm like, wow, what a surprise. And it's just one person who is an abusive cluster B, and it makes up only about 5% of the population. So don't worry, they're not like around every corner or anything. They're not fucking demons. They're not evil. They're just missing something in their personality. But people who make up only 5% of the population can damage quite a few individuals in their life and can cause ripples. And it's just, it's like the way that kindness causes ripples. Like you pass it on, you pay for the person's coffee or gas behind you, whatever. It's the same way with abuse. It causes ripples. And somebody like this who goes unchecked for years and years or decades, they're going to cause a lot of harm. And somebody like Johnny Depp would be a prime fucking target, like a prime target.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
And
sad.
my
Yeah,
vacuum just turned on in the background. Yay, live stuff. Woohoo.
it is. It's extremely sad to see, and um,
It's just like this, you can
it,
see it in his eyes, you can see it, you can hear it in his voice, right? Like he fell in love with someone who did not exist, in my opinion. And he's
no,
mourning that. Yes.
and I've through my the more we've talked and the more um I've looked into it, the more I can't fully relate, but I get where it's coming from. It's horrible to see, and you even see when Johnny, like, he does get to have his little smirky fun Johnny Depp responses. But just to see him keep getting shut down is definitely the same probably abuse cycle she ran. And
Yes.
um, going through it, like I was saying before you left, it's making me remember certain things on a lesser level that exes have done to me, and
Same.
it
Yeah.
also made it's
Just
and
not
that
on the
I
national stage, right? Like we're not out on the national stage going through
no
it all, and that's
no, but you see,
heartbreaking.
it's I think it's her idea to the legal team
Yeah.
is she's probably using the same technique she used to make it's that narcissistic technique
Right.
become this character,
Yeah.
and she's yeah, object what he said, it's all lies, like, and shut
Right.
him shut him down, don't let him talk, he doesn't
Right.
get a saying, he doesn't get a word in
It's
this,
my
it
narrative. Yes,
it's my
exactly.
narrative, these
Yes.
are my choices, you're just going along with them, this is all.
That's
You talk
it.
to anybody who's been through mental abuse, that's what it is. You
It
lose
is.
yourself and you become a part of someone else.
Oh my God, you're right. And like you said, they're playing a role themselves, like you said earlier. They're playing a role themselves, like the abuser, or in this case, the alleged abuser being is heard. They're playing a role themselves. So what would they have you do but play a role that they need you to play for them, basically?
Exactly. The world is their stage. They
Yes.
are the star and everybody else is supporting.
Exactly. They don't see, thank you for saying that because that is something when I talk to people who like first come in for like coaching or with me who have been through something like this, it's always like, but how could someone do that? They have to know how it makes me feel. I'm like, no, literally they don't. They can't
They
feel it. They don't empathize. They can't. They're not able to.
they can fake it and they can fake it
Yes.
well.
Yes, they can
And
fake it. Yes. They
this is
can't
just
empathize
somebody,
though.
yeah. This is just some and we also see and and just to go back to one of our points earlier,
Yeah.
um, with the whole this is what doctors and all that have diagnosed,
Right.
and people
Yes.
smarter than that. Even before I heard any of that, and I just saw a little bit of her testimony, I immediately recognized that as her shitty acting in her movie. Like
Yep.
it
Me
looks
too.
like, and some of the things they've pointed out, how she'll like raise her note, like the small bot.
Yeah. Body
Yeah,
skin.
she's being she's changing. It's just
Yeah.
all so weird, and we're seeing the fall of a narcissist right now. I'm waiting for
Yes,
her to stand up and
publicly.
yell, "The court is wrong," you know?
Yes, she'll have a meltdown. If she really is cluster B, and it sounds like she is because her fucking doctor said she is, she will have a public meltdown. You're absolutely right. It's just a matter of time. Break out the popcorn. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I have like
I
no
got chips
empathy for
ready.
people like that. Yes, exactly.
No,
Same here. Like, nope. Nope.
which I wonder. I truly wonder if because it is the American court system, whether it be
Yeah.
circuit or criminal,
Yes.
we guilty until or innocent until proven guilty.
Right. Yes.
Which makes me think if she does lose this, when will the meltdown? Will it be in the courtroom where it's that
Oh.
hold like
Oh, you're
image of
right.
Ted Bundy slamming and yelling, or in like 3 years does Amber Heard fly off the deep end and now she's in Butt Slammers 11?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, she's in Turd Slammers, Butt Slammers 11, Turd Slammers. I don't know. You guys find a better name for it because it's got to
Yes.
have like a subcaption, like a subtitle. It's going to be like a special version of Butt Slam.
Please tell us what porn Amber Heard might end up in her public meltdown.
Yes, that right there, exactly. And speaking of like acting and bad segue here. Okay, so I just want to point out, firstly, I want to point out Johnny Depp. So far, if you're keeping track at home, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Depp, zero personality disorder diagnoses, zero cluster B diagnoses. Amber Heard, two personality disorder diagnoses. 2, cluster B, abusive type personality disorder diagnoses. You do the math, all I'm saying. And then also, cluster B abuse nearly always includes something called gaslighting. Oh, and the
Oh,
seven
yeah.
million. Oh my God. Yes, yes, we need to talk about that. Let's talk about the $7 million there because that's a good question.
Oh, I don't even see the comments. Hi,
I just
people.
saw it. Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
So the $7 million apparently. So we know that Johnny Depp has worked with this children's hospital and other children's hospitals before. Apparently he earmarked $100 or $200,000 for Amber Heard in her name and set it aside. That money was given to the hospital in question. The promised rest of the money just magically never showed up. I don't know, it just didn't show up. I got lost in the mail or something. And so,
$7 million gets lost in the mail. Can
yeah,
it please get delivered to my house?
yes,
That'd be
yes,
that'd be great. Can that show up
I
tomorrow?
heard it.
Yes.
But yeah, she promised, yeah, to give the rest of the 7 million to this children's hospital. Did not deliver on that promise. Did not seem to care one way or another that she didn't deliver on the promise. She even went so far as to go on like a press junket and a press tour about it. And oh, look at me, I'm giving all this money to this children's hospital. I'm gonna donate my entire divorce settlement. Well, when your career is ruined and you can't work again, A, maybe don't make promises that you can't keep. Literally, don't write checks that your ass can't cash. And B, if you make a promise like that and make it publicly, you kind of have to deliver on it, or you look like kind of a piece of garbage. Like she doesn't seem to care. It's like she barely even talks about it. She barely even discusses it. And there are literal children that could be using this money right now. I, I can't. That right there shows a huge lack of empathy, in my opinion, which is really consistent with the cluster B diagnoses. It's just, mm, it's so gross. Oh, and gaslighting, because that ties into the point I wanted to like discuss on gaslighting. She gaslit, apparently, allegedly gaslit the hospital, essentially, at least by proxy, gaslit the children who needed this money at the hospital. Gaslit the public that she was going to deliver on that promise, and just walked away with the money, I guess. Didn't care. And so what's to say she didn't gaslight Johnny Depp for the entirety of their relationship?
Yeah.
Like, who, come on, you know? And then just like gaslighting is something that it's named for a play, 1938 play by the same name. I want to say Ingrid Bergman was in the play and the movie, and then there was a movie made about the play starring Ingrid Bergman and Jessica Fletcher and Angela Lansbury. And basically, this wife of an abusive, like wealthy husband is convinced, like, not to trust her instincts, not to trust her senses, not to trust input that she's getting from the world around her because, as her husband is telling everyone, she's mentally unstable, which, of course, unsurprisingly, drives her to actually become mentally unstable because of the gaslighting. That's where the term comes from. And it basically is when an abuser usually purposely, convinces you not to trust your own judgment, not to trust your own senses, and to take their word for everything that's happening. Just go with their script, basically.
And it always comes in the way like, come on, you know better. Would I do that? Oh
Exactly.
no. If I did something, I would have told you right off the bat. You remember this one, and they'll always reference one time
Yes.
that
Oh.
that you did.
Oh my
And oh,
God.
if
Yes.
if that was me, I would have never done that. Like, do you really think? Or they'll use it against you.
Hmm.
So
They're straw manning you. They're not attacking something you probably really actually did the way that they're saying. They're creating a straw man of you to attack so that you don't look too closely at their shit behavior because they're the ones guilty of whatever they're accusing you of. Welcome to the world of Cluster B. Anyway, I digress.
Yes, precisely. And
Sorry.
yeah, I mean,
It's just like,
it shows no bounds. If you can take 7 million, allegedly,
allegedly, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
got to have the editing, Dom, allegedly over
Yes.
it. But if you allegedly take $7 million from sick kids,
Oh,
you are a sick person.
yes, you are. And more than that, you're a disordered person. You're somebody who clearly does not know or give a shit about right and wrong and
No,
what's
no, that is
appropriate.
all. Oh, seven. They won't notice $7 million. There's this new.
Yeah,
I could use it in such a better way to benefit me.
yeah, exactly. And if I have anything left over, maybe one day it's like, no. And she's got, well, I was gonna say she's got to know that her career is over, but no. I mean, cluster B people don't know. They don't know. They don't get it. It's
No,
like,
she thinks
yeah,
she can rally this or
yeah,
uh
it's fine.
I'm fine. I got this,
Right.
kind
Like,
of thing because or it's
right.
I'm fine, I got this or no matter what, I'm going to peel the fuck out of this or
Mhm.
I'm going to sue for something else and use a different lawyer team and recoup. That's uh,
Yep.
this is even when this trial's over, it's
It's
not
not
over.
over.
She is
I
not
agree.
gonna let it be over up until one judge finally looks at it and goes, again, no,
Yes,
I'm dropping this. Like, no,
you're right. She'll be after, yeah, in the mega pint. Yeah. Yeah, the mega pint of red wine. That, you know what? It's so fucking classic that she goes after Johnny Depp for being an alcoholic when she admits yesterday on the fucking witness stand that they literally bonded over alcohol and drugs. But he's got the
but
problem
he's
because a pint of red wine was
alcohol
red
and
wine.
drugs. What once again, this is the fallout of alcohol, getting
Yeah,
back at your ex. I'm gonna
yeah.
um
Like,
a lot of cocaine, a lot of booze, and a lot of spell check. And
that's true. I, I've gotta appreciate too Johnny Depp's like wit and humor and like the way, even when it's like absolutely heinous, his like comebacks and clapbacks are
uh,
amazing.
because
Oh God.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
allegedly he has nothing to worry about. Like the more and more that's coming out, and yeah, he probably said some fucked up shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably did a couple fucked
Yeah.
up things.
Yes.
But the whole Mac just is passed out on Courtney. Um, but
Puppy.
what is being accused of is also being blown up to the nths.
Oh yeah, it's a great
It's
extent.
filling a narrative, it's filling a story, and
Yep.
oh god, I have the
Performative.
chips ready for the fallout.
Me too. And it's great. I love it's like at least slightly restores my faith in humanity that people are starting to see his side of the story and go like, wow, maybe that is the truth. Like maybe that this person is not lying, maybe they're not an abuser, maybe they're the victim. I love it. I think it's so great that people are able to see that. That really gives me hope, just for people in general. Like, thank you for listening, people. Like, I love that because there are a lot of people out there being defamed by abusers, and it's good to see that people are starting to develop the skills to be able to identify an abuser and identify a cluster B and go, no, fuck that. No, that person's full of it. I'm not going to listen to them anymore.
I will. go out on a limb here and say if the case goes in the way of Johnny Depp,
Hmm.
I want to see how many more of these cases from and not saying that there are, not saying that there aren't. I'm just curious to see how many countersue actions come out of a Me Too movement
Right.
or everything that Amber Heard spurred with
Right. Like it's
this.
not that they're okay. Just one thing I want to add: only up to 7 to 10% of any reported by men, by women, by anyone cases
Right.
of SA are ever shown to be false. So this is not the norm. I just want to put
No,
that
no,
out there
this is
and
this
buffer
this
that. But
I'm
yeah, I
not saying
agree.
this is the normal either. This is
Totally.
it's just I want to see how many of that
Oh
how
yeah,
much
like
that
who?
comes out
Yep, and
and
hopefully it's all people being honest too, like Johnny Depp
yeah,
appears to be, and I hope
and
he does.
I don't think Amber Heard has any more like endorsements or
Nope,
I don't
nope,
think either one
zero.
of them have contracts, but how many
Mhm.
people, if she loses, will then start suing her for, oh, we believed your story, now we're getting heat.
Yeah, you're right. Like Vanity Fair and like
The
all these
fallout
places
from this,
that,
especially if it goes Johnny
yeah,
Depp's way,
I agree.
Amber Heard's in a lot of trouble.
Oh yes, as she should be. I mean, that is a huge deal. You don't. That's character assassination, and that is something that cluster bees are known for. They're known for like separating their victim from their entire support system systematically, person by person, and then going on the public attack and assassinating their character, which usually ends up blowing back on them. Um, but yeah, it's terrible for the person going through it. It's just terrible to experience. If you've ever been through that, like we feel
I
for
will
you.
say when the public blow up happens is a wonderful moment.
Yes, it is.
So I
I
hope,
love it.
Johnny, you get
I
that
live
moment.
for it. Yes.
Even on the smallest scales, and we all have that where even if it's not a huge public, even if it's just a little one, just
Yes.
an itty bitty little one,
Right.
where everybody realizes either A, while we were wrong about that person, you were right the whole time, or
Like
B, the public blowout happens and you just get to sit on the sidelines
you're
and
like,
be
yep,
like,
self clap. Yeah. Yeah. It's great. It really is great. And like one of the things I really enjoy in my life is when I've had to like work with a cluster B in a public way. I love pushing their buttons in public to just make them show their ass. It's so easy. Like a normal person would not respond to any of that. They would not have a meltdown. But no, cluster B, you can just be like boop, 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 and just it's it's great. You should everyone should learn how to do that because these are not people that are operating in good faith. They're not good people. You're not
can I
doing
sign
anyone
up for
harmful.
classes?
Hell yeah.
I would love to watch more of these people explode in public
Yes.
and
Yes.
just make fools of themselves.
It's great. It's great. Like it really is because they're victimizing people. They're abusing people. It's like no, that's deserved in my opinion. I can't wait to see it. I hope this goes Johnny Depp's way, but do you feel like even if it doesn't, like, do you feel like he's like won the court of public opinion? I mean, I kind of do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that the tables have completely turned, and the sheer fact that you mentioned earlier that past relationships have stepped up and been like, nah, he doesn't do that.
Yes, every single person he has been with, yeah, exactly, has been like, no, he does not do that. Like, he may or may not have substance abuse issues. He has never been abusive at all in any way. And yeah, someone doesn't just become abusive like later in life. It's something that's with you forever. If you're cluster B or if you're an abuser, it's with you. It doesn't just develop like out of nowhere when you're 57. Like,
Yeah, when you're
no.
53 and still landing,
Yeah,
you're still landing big roles.
right.
You're landing any role you want. He was going
Right.
from Pirates of the Caribbean, and then I saw him in Yoga Hosers with Kevin Smith.
Oh
Because
yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
and he was now landing another big series with Harry Potter.
I know. And he did. He like he was so great. Like I love just even though those particular parts of the Harry Potter franchise were like, nah, for me, his performance, I was like, yay, bravo. Like he was so good. I love him.
Even in the crappy Lone Ranger movie, he was
Yes.
he was a lot of. Yes, I understand how
Yeah.
using Johnny Depp as a Native American could
He's
have
Native
pushed some.
American.
Oh, he
He
is?
is.
I had
Yes.
no idea. I
I
retract my previous statement.
That's what I had said before too. I was like, wait a minute. People were pissed. I get it, but then yeah, I was like, wait a minute. But he is Native American. So he's Native American, African, and European, which is exactly what I am. I'm like, huh, okay. People didn't
You
have a reason to be
check the
pissed.
lineage.
Yep, yep, yep. Check the lineage. It's true. So he's, yeah, I mean, I get it though. Like if you wanted to use like an actual just flat, full on native person as an actor, I get why people would want that. But yeah, to act like he's not native at all, no, he is. He hasn't had the same life experience as someone who grew up on the reservation or something. Neither have I. But yeah, but so he's a good guy. Like he's not some like piece of shit like white guy out there like stealing roles and like abusing women. And it's like no,
No,
more. He's a good dude, I
he's
think.
he actually has always seemed like a genuine quirky.
Yeah,
Quirky's a good word.
definitely quirky.
Yeah, he's definitely quirky. He's definitely out there.
Oh yeah.
But once again, he's done a lot off the screen to help people.
Oh my God, yeah, he has. He's like a genuinely good human being from everything I've ever heard. It just says he's a good person. Like everyone who's met him, I have a couple of good friends who are and were actors, and everybody loves him. Like he seems like a lovely person. Oh, so okay, so the final thing I wanted to not forget to mention was the turd. Sorry, it's just it's a thing. I guess she really shat the bed on that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. She one sec. There we go.
Yeah.
I think that's the proper term. She shat the bed.
I'll be here all week.
Oh God. I, I
Yeah.
don't think that, and I don't really think there's much more we can say on it until I definitely think, and you guys weigh in, because we did the
Was that a
Kyle Britt.
Yorkie turd or was it a human turd? What do you
Oh,
think?
um, I'm thinking she squat. I'm thinking she squat. Like it was in the
Yeah.
heat of a really big fight.
Yep.
They're laying in bed together, and it
It was
wasn't
just
just a.
her. It was just her. She left it and he came home to it later.
Oh, that was her way of calling him a shithead.
I think you're right. But then, like, not to get, I don't want to even think about it more than this. Like, a lot of people noticed, and I noticed this too. It looked like it was fished out of the toilet bowl because there's like a fucking watermark around
Oh,
it.
I have not seen the turd. I have not seen the picture. I
It
don't care.
was horrible.
I
Don't,
Yeah, yeah.
don't,
That's something I
don't,
don't.
don't
Yeah,
ever. Yeah,
but
no, it was literally like I guess my point in saying that is it looked very purposeful and not an accident and not like a dog did it. Like, come on. Your
a
poop,
Yorkie.
yeah, a Yorkie.
I
Come
grew
on,
up
maybe
with it.
it's your teacup Yorkie.
That's that big, if
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
That's if they have a high fiber diet.
A really high fiber diet. Yeah, yeah.
Oh God.
And so yeah, congratulations, ma'am. Your Dookie is now more famous than you are.
It's the second most searched image after Jodi Arias's butthole.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. So that is totally consistent with like cluster B behavior. Totally consistent. It's foul. It's disgusting. It's something you would think as maybe like a cluster B or whatever her diagnoses are, oh, I'll get away with it. I can say it's a dog. No, you can't. Like the rest of the world gets it. You just are so separated from reality that you think that's an
It,
appropriate way to behave.
she tried the Scooby-Doo ending. I'll get away with it if it wasn't for Johnny Depp and his meddling kid, or for that dog and those meddling kids.
She's like wearing like a Yorkie mask and someone pulls it off.
It's
Oh
Amber
my
Heard.
God. Yeah,
It's Amber Heard, the crazy girl from the car lot.
it's Amber Heard. Like, yeah,
Oh,
it's.
I want that to happen only if Matthew Lillard is playing Shaggy
Oh my
at the
God.
current moment of time.
Yes. Like
Oh
this
God.
Matthew Lillard of 2022. We need him.
Oh
He's
no,
the
yeah, it
hero
could
we
be.
didn't know we needed.
Oh, another absolute treasure. A man
Love
that
him.
that is very highly regarded in this household.
Love him.
Ah,
He is
if
awesome.
if you've not seen the new Scream,
Yes. Oh my God.
have
Yes.
you've seen it? Oh, they
Yes.
tease you for like halfway through the movie where you're just like, come on, come on, come on,
Come
be
on.
Stu.
Stu. And
Ah, ah,
it,
beautiful.
it, all we can say is that the character of Stu is in the movie. I'm not saying anything else. Yeah, that's all. It's awesome. It's a great movie. Like the
Yeah,
character is very present, and so is the character of Jamie Kennedy's character too, which is really cool. And so
yeah,
is the character of the original killer. One of, I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't watched. I'm trying to be vague. So,
yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but in wrapping this up, me and you did the Kyle Rittenhouse case during
Yes,
all of
yes.
that. We're
Oh,
doing
God.
this one. I would like to be able, because it's also started, but I haven't seen any news drops about it. The Kristen Smart, because I've heard
Oh,
that guy is
yeah.
going to trial. Let me do a quick Google search on this, but while I'm typing,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you guys would like to see us cover, like do these live videos on more trials and have our have our own takes on it, please let us know because
Yeah. And discuss your takes on it. Like, let us know what your thoughts are. We'll talk about them.
so they've elected for the Kristen Smart one. They've elected judges.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, I
for
see.
Paul and Ruben Flores. And it's May 31st is the start of the trial.
Oof.
So if that's one that you guys would like to see, jump in on,
Yeah.
or
Let us
I
know.
mean, it even if you want to hear us do a quick coverage in our own way about the Kristen Smart
Yeah.
disappearance, please let us know.
Let us know. Hit us up. And thanks for watching. Follow First Question Podcast where you listen to your podcasts. Hopefully, you will enjoy our content. And thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Follow us.
Yeah,
We'll, yeah, tell us what you want to hear about. We'll do it.
yeah, we do this for you guys. Like
We
we
do.
talk about, yeah, if
Fun.
we get professional, but yeah, this is our hobby and it's a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
is.
fun. And um,
We're
Dom's
hoping to
been telling
GoPro one day.
Dom's been telling us some of the numbers, and it absolutely blows me away.
Me too.
Um, how many people take the time to listen to me, you, and
Us.
Sarah,
I
and
know.
all the
These
chaoticness
assholes.
that is our recordings
Yeah.
and the sporadic. Oh boy, there's stuff going on outside.
Oh,
Um,
Toby heard
but
the dogs through my headphones. Sorry, go ahead.
it's all good. But I know our recording schedule is sporadic.
Yes, it is.
At,
Yeah, because we're not doing it professionally yet. We can use your help. Follow us. That'll help us out. Right?
yeah, and thank you very much. Without you guys, we would have never started. We would have never gotten the approval to be on Apple Podcasts.
Yes,
Um,
agreed.
to to
Yeah,
have a Patreon to all this, like, yeah, I'm normally very quick witted, but I'm always blown away by you guys supporting us. We love you.
we love you and we appreciate you. And follow us. We'll catch you on the flip side. And mwah, we love you. You're the best.
All right, talk to you guys later.
Signing off.
Later.